Well, howdy, tubers. Kind of back on this. All kinds of things have been going on since we talked about this Midwest sweet stick scratch build. But, on Sunday after church, I go over to my sisters. We go out to eat, and then afterwards, and we go see my parents, and then spend the night there at my sister's, and then I go back on Monday and see them for a while and watch movies. Watch aviation movies most of the time, or well, when my sister ain't there. But anyways, we watch The Aviator and The Magnificent Men and Their Flying Machines, and we were all falling asleep on The Magnificent Men, but the Aviator one we stayed awake with, and I got these movies and several others that we've already watched from the airport, and then I'll take them back out to the airport for the guys and gals, whoever wants to watch these aviation movies. Well, they can get them from out there. But Sunday before church, I thought I'd get up early and go to, well, I Googled to see who had it, to get some of this black fusion paint that for plastic and other things, I guess. But I wanted to get that so that I could get. Let's see if that'll. Yeah, I guess I don't. If I turn it all the way, will it go without swapping? Yeah, okay. So, anyways, I got Paul's fender painted so he could sit here while I was off, off for the weekend. It could sit there and dry real good. And I was wanting to go put that on there this morning, but I just didn't get to it. And of course, now it's I think 100 degrees out. But I may go out and do some flying tonight, or let her maybe cool off to 90 or something, and then do that. But also wanted to bring up something that I may have to put this airplane on hold, and I wanted to show you something here too. Another at least a tip for me on model building. But anyways, my dad, of course, isn't doing so good and had a stroke and everything. He's never going to be able to fly his model airplanes. And I asked him yesterday if I could finish this one that he was working on, an electric one, and there I'm going to need some help on, because I don't know. I've got some electrics, but they're them foamy ones that are already made. So I don't know about setting these electric things up. He's got a couple motors and stuff like that and batteries, and I think they call them ESVs or something. The part that runs the motor that goes through your receiver. Anyways, I'll have to get what that airplane is and all that stuff. But I may just have to scrap working on this until I can get it done. I mean, he's got the wings built and the fuselage built and the tails on it, and he was starting to cover it when he had his stroke. So I think it'd be a good idea to get that going for him, so that and then I could probably fly it right there at the resort where he's at, and even in the backyard, kind of there or something. I'll have to scope that out. But anyways, that's kind of what I'd like to do for him. And I told him I was needing some 1/8-inch plywood for the bottom of this, because I always put a big piece of eighth-inch plywood on the bottom for the float mount, and of course for the front float mount and the rear float mount, and this was all he had, because he's kind of a scratch builder too. So, anyways, but there wasn't enough there, and I found that I had a 3/32, and that'll be good enough. That'll work just fine. So, anyways, what I was going to show you on a tip on here was, of course, if you're using regular model airplane glue, no big deal. But if you're using CA, which this is the brand, which is Bob Smith, that we used to sell when I had a hobby shop. So, anyways, if you're using CA, well, then you know once you put it down there, you ain't moving it. So what I do is I get my part on there where it needs to go and put pins on there so that you just, after you put the glue on there, you bring your part down, hit against the pins, and then slide down, and you're there. So that's my RC tip of the day, I guess. And I'll have quite a few once we get to doing my foam wings the way I do them. It's kind of neat and kind of fast. So anyways, just a little update on this, and like I say, may head out maybe 5 or 6 o'clock tonight, or this evening, I guess I should say. I got a dentist appointment in the morning, so that's why I won't be able to get to this fender, so that may not be till Thursday. And then supposed to have a gal coming over Thursday evening and for me to do brakes on her car. So Thursday morning might be my only one. And then Friday, Friday, of course, will be 2 years since Spike died. And so I'd like to at least be out the airport most of the day on Friday, no matter how hot it is. But just be out there with my little buddy. And so anyways, so there's your little video on what's going on the Midwest Sweet Stick that may be put on hold for, got to see if my dad's got, and I got Monocoat coming tomorrow morning, I guess. See if he's got all the Monocoat to finish that. Well, if he don't, I've got plenty too, but I don't have the color he's got. It's that metallic blue. Anyways, rambling on as usual. So there you go, and God bless.